Hello everyone, welcome to the Bandit's Den. Hope you guys are having a good new year, even though nothing has changed and it's just another day. I forgot to make a video about it. I hit 6 months of being vegan a couple weeks ago, and it's pretty good. I feel like me, it's become a routine now, so it's just normal for me. So that's alright. I can eat guilt-free, which is nice. So I got VR because, man, I was frustrated with that house deal. I still am, that I got denied for baloney reasons, mostly because of that loan agent's inadequacies. He put the wrong numbers in or something. He fucked something up because he's an idiot, and he was telling me over the phone, I don't know what's going on. I can't get it approved now all of a sudden, even though your credit score is higher and you have more money than I told you to have. I can't figure it out. But I'm pretty good at this, he says. I'm like, well, can't you have somebody work on it with you or whatever? Went through this whole, come on, man. Can't you get somebody to help you? He was too prideful, I guess, to get someone else's help on the thing. So ultimately, I just got denied based on his pride, I believe, because he didn't want to get anyone's help. He was certain that he was so good at the program, there was no way that I was going to get approved. But, I got a mail 3 weeks later about why I was denied, and it was bullshit reasons. One thing was because of a very small medical debt that I had already cleared. And most places don't discriminate against medical debt anyways. It was $300, man. And I paid it off already. And the other one was for having insufficient funds. I know he just put in the wrong number for how much I have. Maybe he forgot a zero or something. But yeah, fucking retarded. So, and under his direction, which was stupid of me, I liquidated some assets so that I could have, the maximum amount of money that they recommended and then some. I liquidated some assets and now those assets are worth a lot. Like Bitcoin. I liquidated some of my Bitcoin and look at its price now. It's like fucking almost triple what it was when I fucking sold it. Retarded. So I missed out on a lot of money on that. And I only got half of my earnest money back because of his inadequacies, and my realtor, I don't know, he doesn't seem very adamant about protecting me, so I don't know what to do about him. Maybe I won't use him again. Because it's like, Jesus Christ, man. He wasn't looking out for my interests, at all through either of the processes. So I'm like, man, I have all this liquid money. I always wanted VR, and I'm not too happy where I'm at in life, even though it could be way worse. It really could. I'm not happy where I'm at right now, but I am grateful that I'm at least better off than I have been in the past. It's pretty good, but it's not as good as I wanted to make it for myself, as good as I was trying to make it for myself. So I'm kind of bummed about it, but at the same time grateful that I have more than I've ever had before. I'm grateful that I have the ability to build my life the way it is right now, at the very least. Even though I tried to make it better. I really did. And I have all this liquid cash now, and I don't want to reinvest because, it could go either way. I mean, things could get worse and my money becomes worth nothing. I don't know what to do. or I could reinvest right now and then everything fucking plummets again and I lose even more fucking money. So sometimes inaction is the best action I can take, and maybe I should have been practicing inaction earlier on and not liquidated so much of my shit that's worth a lot more now. Silver, crypto, stocks. Should have held on to my dividend stocks because they jumped up. I lost a few hundred there. Bitcoin, I lost a couple grand. My silver, I missed out on about $500. So, and then my earnest money, I missed. Anyways, yeah, I ended up getting VR, and like I always wanted. And I ended up buying a better gaming rig. It's on the way still. But my current PC is capable of VR. It's just not very good. There's some games that are really janky. But VR is a really surreal experience. It's difficult to describe. It's a lot more than what I imagined it would be. It's very interesting. I thought, it would be this cool kind of gimmicky thing, to fuck with. And I didn't think it would be like this. Here, I'm gonna put up some video of Boneworks, which I was playing. See, you guys see it as a two-dimensional image. It looks like just about any other game. It looks like I'm playing just about any other game because you're seeing it on a flat screen through the perspective of one of my eyes. I haven't even reviewed the video. I might not have put the video up. Maybe it turned out like garbage. I'm not sure. I'll review the video after I film this. But you guys see it differently on this video if I have it, or other channels. You see it two-dimensional. When I put the headset on the first time, it was just this grid. The floor was just a grid, and off in the distance were mountains with a sky background that looks almost like the Aurora Borealis. And it was fucking amazing. Just to see this simple geometry explaining to me with stereoscopic vision that this thing has depth. And it looked like it went on for 70 miles, just like a mountain in real life. Even though it's not very good graphics. It looks like some shit from a 1980s music video. All trying to be futuristic and shit. But then I loaded into Steam VR. The default Steam VR home is actually a mountain home, believe it or not. I wasn't expecting that. I loaded into this beautiful one-room fucking studio mountain home that has an open door plan, and it opens out to this nice concrete, really simplistic porch deck, and off in the distance you see these mountains, and you're surrounded by trees and birds flying around and fucking butterflies and shit. It's fucking beautiful. I was like, holy fuck, this is fucking amazing. Because I was standing in this room, this dark room in this fucked up house in the fucking war zone, and I was teleported into this beautiful mountain home that's mine. This virtual, and at first it's hard to tell the difference between virtual reality and reality, even with not very good graphics. I mean, the graphics are okay. It reminded me kind of Rust a little bit. Rust with decent graphics. So anyways, this VR home is like the Matrix loading program. It's where you can choose other programs to launch from there. You can chat with friends there. You can join other friends. You can invite them to your VR home. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You point with your cursor or whatever, and you pull the trigger on whatever game you want to play, and you launch the game from there. You don't fuck with your desktop or anything. It's really fucking interesting. You know, and then it launches the game. You wait. You see a 3D loading screen, which is pretty sick for each game that you play. And then you're in a totally different world, like VR chat. It's really interesting, some of the stuff I've experienced on there. Like, I can actually virtually interact with other people. And it's almost like you're really there. I even watched the ending of a totally virtual relationship. Like, there were these two that met in VR. They had met in VR. Their entire relationship was in VR. And they broke up in VR right in front of me. And it was the ending of a very real but virtual relationship. It was fucking crazy. So then, you know, I went off from VR chat because it's like you run around and talk to people. I see a lot of YouTubers make really interesting videos with VR chat, but I didn't see very much interesting. I mean, it was funny. Like 6 astronauts went walking through the area I was hanging out in, and they were just babbling. It was pretty funny and random. There's some interesting stuff, but not necessarily my cup of tea. I'll go there when I want to, like, chill out, I guess. But, you know, I've been playing Boneworks a lot, which is what I intend to put on the screen here. And you essentially play as a guy that's stuck in VR, and there's these AIs that are after you or whatever. It's pretty cool. And then you, I also played Half-Life Alyx. The graphics, it's hard to explain, man. The graphics in Half-Life Alyx, what'd I say? Half-Life Alyx. The graphics, they're not necessarily like really realistic looking, but because of the stereoscopic vision, because of the depth of everything, because you're really there pretty much, the graphics appear even more real. The graphics are really good, right? But because you're in it, it looks totally fucking real. It's hard to tell the difference between that and reality. You know, then I played a couple other games. Skyrim just made me motion sick because it was the first night I was playing. And I tried playing Skyrim, which is a port to VR. Apparently ports to VR make people new to VR very motion sick. Except Elite Dangerous doesn't make me very sick. But that's because I'm sitting down. But Boneworks and Half-Life Alyx, I don't really get sick playing those. Or VR chat. I just did the first 30 minutes or so that I was playing VR chat. You know, but it's really surreal. It feels almost like I'm living in Blade Runner or something. Because you guys have seen some of my house. It's fucked up. And right now, because it's winter, I see more night than day. It's gloomy. It's dark. It's got this red light in it with grow lights. You know, it's... You know, in retrospect, after getting VR and playing it and then taking the headset off, my house looks kind of like something you would see in a dystopian sci-fi movie. A sci-fi movie about some kind of dystopia where everybody prefers VR. Maybe something like Ready Player One. I haven't seen the movie, but maybe it's something like that, you know? Where life is bleak, everything is fucked up, but there's this VR that you can escape to where everything is pristine. Even in the horror movies, everything is just so much better or whatever, better looking or whatever. You know, that's how it almost feels. Because I'll be chilling in my Steam VR home, the mountain home, where it's, you know, beautiful sunshine, and you can almost smell the nice, crisp, cool mountain air in it. You take your headset, I take my headset off, and I'm in this house. And when I'm in another game, I could be in a part of Boneworks where, you could see far, or in VR chat where you could see a far distance away, or maybe, like in a VR chat club where it's pretty big and it's this big gathering of people or whatever. And I take my headset off and I'm in this small living room that I have with my 2 dogs, the red light, the darkness, the wood stove, the grow lights for my plants, by myself. When there were just people right in front of me. There were people right in front of me just now. I take my headset off and they're gone, and I'm in this little room. This little dark, fucked up room. It's really surreal. And another thing is, I played Boneworks for about 5 hours last night. 5 hours straight, except to let the dogs out intermittently to use the bathroom. And goddamn, I took the headset off at the end of the night, woke up in the morning after having a dream about being in VR. And it's fucking weird. I was taking a shit at like 9 in the morning on my job site, looking at my phone, and I'm like, man, it's so fucking weird using a screen with my thumb. And I don't notice it today after playing VR, but the first couple days, I would look at my computer screen, and my computer screen, the stuff inside of it looked like it was popping out at me. It's not happening today. So maybe like Thrill Seeker says, I'm getting my VR legs. I'm getting used to popping in and out of virtual reality. Because it's really kind of off-putting when I come out of it. I'm just like, fuck, man. I'm back here in this reality with my real hands that react instantly and perfectly, but these screens are like kind of popping out at me because I'm so used to these pixels looking real, but these pixels on my flat screen are not, and I think my brain was having trouble compensating or something. Very interesting. And it's hard to describe, man. It's almost like an experience. It is an experience that you have to be a part of to really understand what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's kind of off-putting at the same time. I'm like, man, a lot of people, especially in VR chat, it's a worthless program. You just go there to be somebody you're not, dress up as virtually somebody that you're not, and talk to people. And a lot of people go there because it's so much more preferable to them than their real life. Some people spend all of their free time in this virtual chat room, and it's kind of sad to an extent, and kind of scary, but also cool at the same time. It's cool that all these societal rejects, like me even, like I consider myself a bit of a societal reject, kind of like everybody in VR chat, and a lot of people that spend a lot of time in VR. We are too different. We didn't get along with the rest of society to any kind of point of our liking. And so, well, we have somewhere preferable to go. But it's kind of sad at the same time, like, why is it preferable? What's wrong? Why can't we fix it? It's also kind of scary because, well, the powers that be can do some pretty destructive stuff with this tool, with this virtual world. And we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg on that because Facebook took over Oculus. That's one reason why I didn't get an Oculus and I got a Steam a Valve Index. One of the reasons is because you have to associate an account that is verifiably your name on Facebook with your Oculus. And when you do that, then they can track your virtual activity and associate it with your real person. And that doesn't just include your game choices, your tendencies of preference for gameplay on those games. It doesn't just include that, it also includes how your body moves. Because, it sees everything. And so it counts your reaction time, the way you do things in the virtual world. It tracks your time in the virtual world. Everything. Your friends in the virtual world, everything you say, everything you do. And so I don't want anybody watching everything I do in VR. It's very scary what they could possibly do with all of that information. They could come to the conclusion that anybody and maybe everybody is a psychopath and they should have their rights revoked. Who knows what they're doing with that information? But I refuse to be a part of that. Besides, the controllers for the Valve Index are superior in my opinion because they track individual fingers, so it's more realistic. I could very well grab something with just my pinky and my thumb if I want. I can flip people off. But anyways, it's a potentially dangerous weapon that the powers that be can use against the public. Just think of all the indoctrination shit they can inject in a virtual world. Anyways, food for thought. I've been enjoying myself in virtual reality anyways. It's really fun and interesting. And I've already got used to it after, 12, 15 hours in virtual reality. I've already pretty much gotten used to having an extension of myself inside of a video game. It's really fun and interesting. And a much more physically fit way to play games. I mean, I have to stand up over there. See my play space? That's my play space right there in the middle. I have to stand up right there, and in Boneworks I'm actually swinging my arms, I'm reaching around and grabbing my stuff, and when I have a little bash fest on things, like when I decide there's a bunch of computers, I'm gonna smash the fuck out of them. I actually have to swing a bat or whatever in order to do that, so I think it's good for me. Anyways, guys, enjoy yourselves. I forget if I mentioned in this video, I'm going to make a gaming channel because I'm getting this new rig. It'll be better at rendering videos faster. I don't know if I told you guys, but about 1.5 years ago or a little longer ago, I burned out my motherboard rendering videos for my last channel, the one that got banned. I burned out a motherboard doing that. That wasn't good. Because it just fucking overclock and overheat everything. And eventually the motherboard just gave up on me in the middle of rendering a video. Or it started to give up on me. It was barely functional, but it was getting really fucked up. So, I'll be able to render videos easier. I'll be able to edit stuff faster, the way I want to, more easily. So I think I'm going to make a gaming channel. I might make a video sometime about what it's called or whatever. I'm just waiting for my rig. And my rig will be able to handle VR better and handle recording in VR better. So I look forward to being able to do that. It'll occupy my mind. Help keep my mind off of things that bother me, things that shouldn't bother me as much as they are. And, you know, I do my best to keep my mind off of that stuff. And, because there's nothing I can do about it right now. Not in the immediate, not immediately, you know. Because, my job is really unstable right now, and any day now they could just send me home permanently. So there's no sense in starting up trying to get a mountain home again after this huge failure of a deal. So, you know, there's no point in me starting it, because before I know it, I'm going to be searching for another job. And I don't want to be in the middle of looking for a house when that happens and have the whole goddamn deal fall through again. This time because it's pretty much my fault for being stupid and starting the whole process when I know I'm likely going to get laid off in the middle of the fucking process, you know? So sometimes inaction is the best action I can take, and that is applicable to right now, I believe, including my reinvesting. So I'm just going to sit back and see what happens for now. You know, that's really all I think I can do safely, is just sit on the sidelines and wait for something to happen and then make a decision. So anyways, I'm in limbo, chilling in VR in limbo, and hopefully I have fun with my new rig and my gaming channel. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I know I haven't been posting videos very much, but kind of depressed. Don't worry about me though. I'll snap out of it when spring comes. I always do. When spring comes, there's more hope. I told you guys in that Age of Fire and Darkness, or whatever the fuck video I made, that, well, there's some pain coming. And I knew there was pain coming, suffering to an extent. Not like other years, it's different. But still, depressing shit nonetheless. I knew it was coming. Every winter sucks. I like winter, but I also don't like it, because winter always brings suffering in some form or another for me. You know? And so I look forward to the spring. These dark days are more than halfway over, I believe. So, yeah, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything will be alright. Hopefully. So, yeah, that's why I haven't been making videos. Just kind of down and like, I'm just here. I'm just existing. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. So I'm just always like, yeah, why make a video? Sometimes I want to, and then I start filming, and then it turns out, well, I don't really have anything good to say. And so I just delete the video, you know. I've probably made 6 or 7 videos and not posted a single damn one. Because I end up just kind of fizzling out and being like, well, fuck, I guess I really don't have anything to say. Why even fucking post this? You know? Well, anyways, you guys have a good one. I'm going to enjoy VR and fucking around with it until I get my new rig, and then you should see another video from me that calls out what my gaming channel is, and then you should see more videos on that channel of me playing around in a virtual world mostly, and other games that I enjoy. Hey dude, you're not supposed to fuck with that. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta reprimand Klaus for fucking with a piece of my VR set. So, you guys have a good one. Enjoy yourself. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy myself, especially with this new this new escape. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining me.